morning. It is for me. I got my favorite toast. A little pumpernickel dark rye. A little butter. Coffee. Maybe that the future is starting to catch up to me. I can, shed a little more light. If you were to rewind and go back to my old early videos, you would hear me talking about, the reason Spotify isn't a music company. Because music doesn't start with recordings. No musician records first. Recording's only a little over 100 years old. Music has been around for thousands of years. So there's this Lindy property where something that has been around for a long time will continue to be around. And it's what you can kind of base your judgment on. You can't reverse the sequence, no matter what argument you think you have about recordings and how much you love recordings and how much you love a rerun or a remake or a second to something that came first. If you love music, you love the first principle of music, which is a live element, a performance element. If you're really into music, if you're just, trying to be famous, if you're just trying to be known, then you love recordings because you think, wow, all these people I listen to, all their recordings, that's how they got famous. So if I want to become famous, I gotta make recordings. It's cool to record. You should record as an artist, but it should be 10% of what you do as a music artist. You want to be 90% performance because it's safe. It's when you learn. It's the tight feedback loop. It's what lets you know if you're even good enough to record is to perform. The crowd, they give you a response. It's just like stand-up comedy. These are things that I mentioned 1,000 times. I'm reiterating them now because something just happened in the market this last week that should continue to move things back to normal, back to where it starts. I mean, look on here. I posted some stuff about Ice-T, where he said that these artists are getting record deals before they perform. And in his day, you had to perform before you got a record deal. Well, that's just facts. That's how it goes. So if you look, Rumble, which is a video platform, has come to secure a patent. It's pending. And what this patent is about let's pause for a second. Think about a soldier that goes to war and doesn't get injured, doesn't make any kills, isn't given the Medal of Honor. Is that soldier more noteworthy than the soldier that was next to that soldier in those same activities? Like, they both were at war. They both made the decision to go to war. One of them just happened to get recognized for being in war. Do we forget about the person next to him who maybe didn't get the kill shot and maybe didn't get shot up himself, but they were there fighting in the same battle? It may not be me that gets the Medal of Honor. It may not be me that gets recognized for the kill shot. But I tell you, going to battle is the same as going to battle. And my argument for almost a decade, because in 2014, Daniel Ek and I were on Twitter, and his response was agree. Well, he agreed with me back then, but then just kind of forgot. Why? Because he's in bed with the record labels. Like he doesn't understand his own product. I'm going to explain this product to you again. Streaming retrieves data points that recordings never did. The radio never did. The labels could never do. A CD could never tell us who was listening to what song, when, and where, if that CD was gifted, if it was burnt, if it was replayed, if it was never played. Like you don't have this interactive data on the listener, the artist. And now we have this interactive data, but the people that are obviously in the business of streaming and record labels don't understand interactive data. They don't understand who's listening to what song, when, and where. They have no previous history or context in this business. This is why we have not seen any new business. And this is why what I'm about to tell you Rumble just did is going to change the way people do business. Good or bad, right or wrong, it doesn't matter. You're going to see a healthier industry because of what I just downloaded Rumble like a couple months ago to watch a video. I don't use it. It's not a platform I'm involved in. I prefer YouTube. You see me on here giving YouTube, well, go to my Twitter. You see me like giving YouTube all these suggestions. Some they implement. They never compensate you. They're fresh out of ideas, just like Facebook, just like Meta, just like Instagram, who have to fire not hundreds, but thousands of people because they're paying people to not think of simple ideas that people like you and me know need to change. And you don't have to take risks for collective. You don't have to, give these ideas out. I choose to because my whole thing is I understand these products better than these people do. These people aren't social. They're not mobile. They're not musical. We live in a mobile era. Music's the number one topic on social media. And social media should be made from people that have been social and mobile their whole lives. So music, which is social, the most social shared experience is a live concert. It's also the closest engagement to the music is live. So you can't build a business off recording and say that you saved the music industry. No, you saved the record labels. You built a product to curb piracy, but yet the customers never had a problem with piracy. So you did nothing for the customer, you did it for the label. You didn't do it for the listener, you didn't do it for the artist, you did it for the label. So these products are label driven, label mentality. Label veterans work in Spotify's office. People that got fired from the old model were hired to work a model that's supposedly new because we got a new technology. So where's the new model? Where's the new music? We don't have it. So Rumble, getting back to why we started this. Oh, music's also mobile. That's what touring is mobile. And you're social. You're in front of people. So the mobile era, music's probably the most mobile entertainment out there, besides like the carnival. We don't have a home base. The office is whatever city we're in that day. Rumble has secured a patent, or they're on their way to securing a patent, where if you live stream, you can now get compensated during your live stream, not from like tips on YouTube or people giving money, which is great because that needs to happen. But they took it to a larger platform and a larger level because they're incorporating like major sponsorships behind people that are mega live streamers. So the incentive is to go live. The incentive is not to record, not to be manufacturing something and having a pre-programmed advertising campaign. Like, no. If something's about to go live and it's going to be big, wouldn't a sponsorship want to jump on that because the eyeballs of an in-the-moment engagement is worth way more than some metric that can be gained after the fact? The CEO of Rumble, whoever thought of this, is starting to understand that the people at the concert are worth more than the people that listen to the recordings. These people are the ones that initiate, and the recording disseminates. So these people are, it's the Pareto principle, 20%, 80%. That 20% is more vital. The people at the concerts are more vital. The people that are in the moment, that are engaged, that are at the closest engagement to the music. We talk about engagement, we talk about views. Let's look at the closest engagement to music. It is live. Rumble has secured, or is in the process of securing, a patent that is pending that they own that incorporates live streaming. Live. This is not a recording patent. This is not a rerun patent. This is not a Spotify model. This is a new model that you can expect to grow and start to shift other industries to understand the customer. The real customer goes to the action. They're not passive listeners, watchers. It's funny, they call them views, but really we're listening to podcasts. If someone actually sits down and watches what someone's wearing and their mannerisms, it doesn't matter. They're listening to what they're saying. These are listens. They're not views. You go to a concert, you listen. You can see what's going on around you, but that's why there's so many blind, deaf, or blind musicians, because you don't need to see anything in music. Music has nothing to do with visuals. And this whole decade plus, 15 years, has been all visuals, screen, virtual reality, pixels, video, TikTok, things you watch. That's not the core or the root of the cultural issues. They're not visual, they are audible. In a mobile environment, audio is the best consumed medium on the go. Not video. You need to watch where you're going if you're mobile. You need to make sure you don't walk out in traffic and some car hits you. There's really no more need to explain this industry that has screwed up. There's probably nothing they can do to correct the course. I mean, all of a sudden, they're going to figure out their industry. All of a sudden, they're going to understand that streams are like ticket sales. Who's listening to what song, when, and where? It's rich data. No. The label's never been to the concert. They don't go to the show. That empty row down front, that's the label's comp row. Like, these people aren't involved in the real transaction, and we cannot expect them to just gain this knowledge overnight and to change their whole model, to reverse course and to correct. They don't understand the overhaul needed to their business. They are not going to be the change agents of the future businesses that need to happen, that need to take place in order for this industry to become healthy again. The label's roster is full of people that don't care about performing. They record shit-ass songs, trashy-ass hoes, I don't care what you call it. Roberta Flack and Patti LaBelle are not the girls that are the labels are signing today. They got no class. All they are is shaking ass. It's bullshit. It's garbage. It's horrible. It's led to hookup culture. It's led to people not wanting families, to abortion being fine for anyone who just wants to be a big boss bitch and not take care of herself and just want to get the bag and just want to get the money. And these liberal ideas, if you've seen this chart that's come out where girls are going liberal and guys are going conservative, how are we supposed to meet again? How are babies supposed to be made? How are people supposed to procreate? Got these girls thinking they're going to be the next boss of some corporation. Go ahead. You could be the boss. You could be the CEO. But if you didn't create it, what do you know? Nada. You think men just go to work? No, you need to think of creating work for people. You don't need to think of working for another person. Go watch that Damon Dash Breakfast Club video. One of the best. So how are we supposed to procreate if the girls think they can just go work and have abortions? And the guys, obviously, they're getting more conservative because what else are we supposed to do? We're not going to become little punk bitches, little weak beta men, little cucks. We're actually going to grow some nuts again. All you dudes out there that been letting these girls take them. Same with these jobs. You don't like it, quit it. The only way to procreate is to dance. And where's the dance music? It ain't there. Ain't no love music. Ain't no dancing. Mayor John Cooper in Nashville wanted to quell dancing during COVID. Oh, because dancing gives people COVID? No, because it creates babies. Why do babies dance before they speak? First thing they do when they come out of the womb. They're bopping. Why is it called a sonogram? It's sound. Sound creates visuals. Visuals don't create sound. Yo, these are asymmetries that are hidden in real life that people need to start waking up to again. The people at the concert mean more than anyone who you think listened to your recording. Go perform a show.